Hi, I'm Juliet. I analyze hiring trends. In this episode, we're going to talk about what AI is actually doing to the job market and what it means for your career. Let's start with a number. The probability of finding a job for 25-year-olds has dropped by 14% since the release of ChatGPT. This is where most people jump to the wrong conclusion. They assume that AI is taking jobs. What's happening now is more structural and much more important. In March 2026, Anthropic analyzed millions of real interactions between people and AI at work. This matters because it shows not what AI could do, but what it is already doing. And what the data shows is not job loss. It shows a redesign of how work is structured. To capture this shift, Anthropic introduced a new metric: observed exposure. Instead of asking what AI could do, it measures what AI is actually being used for in real work. In programming and analytics, AI could assist in up to 94% of tasks. In reality, it is used in about 33%. It shows that the technology is ahead of adoption. Companies are still figuring out how to integrate AI into real workflows, which means we are not at the end of shift. We are still at the beginning. And that gives you time to position yourself correctly. AI is not replacing entire professions. It is changing how tasks inside those professions are performed. The report suggests a different way to think about work. Not in terms of jobs, but in terms of tasks. AI is not replacing entire professions. It is changing how tasks inside those professions are performed. Before, companies hired people to execute. Now, a growing portion of those tasks can be done by AI. As a result, companies are adjusting what they hire for. Less focus on execution, more focus on interpretation, decision-making, and ownership. This is how roles are defined. This is where we begin to see pressure in the market. So the question becomes practical. What should you actually do in this environment? Using AI tools is no longer an advantage. ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude are quickly becoming standard. They are moving into the baseline, similar to how Excel or Google Docs became expected over time. The real advantage comes from how you integrate AI into your workflow. This shift is not about replacing your thinking. It is about expanding it and increasing the speed and scale at which you operate. For example, instead of spending days reviewing customer feedback manually, you can analyze thousands of responses in minutes and shift your focus to identifying patterns, understanding trends, and making informed decisions. Instead of processing data step by step, you can move faster into asking better questions and interpreting results. So the nature of your work begins to change. You move away from execution-heavy tasks and closer to decision-making and ownership. As execution becomes easier to automate, the most valuable skill becomes judgment. And this is where many people underestimate the shift. Because it is not just experience. It is the ability to define the right problem, prioritize what matters, and make choices under uncertainty. A simple shift illustrates this. Instead of asking, "What is the answer?" ask, "What decision am I trying to make? And what information would actually change that decision?" You stop using AI to generate answers. You start using it to support better thinking. This is where human value increases. And this is significantly harder to automate. I hope you feel more focused and prepared after this episode. Now I want to hear from you. What part of this shift feels the most challenging right now? Drop it in the comments. My goal here is simple: to help you move into your next chapter with clarity, strategy, and direction. The question is no longer whether AI will take your job. The more useful question is, which parts of your work are already replaceable today, and what are you building beyond that? The people who move forward in this market are not the ones who simply use AI. They are the ones who understand how work is changing, adapt early, and position themselves ahead of that shift. If you do that, you are not competing with AI, you are working with it. If you are ready to level up your career, subscribe. Next episode drops next week.